Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome to Surface Series. I am your host, Jordan O'Shea. This is j.sprays, and today we have a fun one for you. We are going to a golf course. We're going to a country club. We're going to an exclusive membership country club. That's right. We're going down to San Diego, California to go to the Crosby Golf Club. And I tell you, this is one of the nicest golf courses that I've been to, and I didn't even play at it, but I got to paint on it, and it was beautiful. It was such a nice little drive down. If you're familiar with San Diego, you know how beautiful San Diego is. It's huge, and it's expensive, but to go visit down there, I absolutely love it. I love San Diego. It's beautiful. It's nice to go down there, and it was a little bit of a drive, but that's okay because I knew once I saw what we were painting that it was going to be well worth it. So shout out to Andy. Thank you for inviting me to this one. And I was excited to go. I'm still excited to show you guys because this is by far the biggest logo and probably one of the coolest logos that I've ever got to paint or see be painted. And I'm excited to take you guys with me. It's a little longer of an episode, which I love. I love showing you guys in as much detail as possible because it's fun stuff. It's stuff that you probably don't get to see very often. You might see logos every now and then. Obviously, you see them on a football field, baseball fields, but on a golf course, not all the time. And so for you guys to be able to see this is something that I really do appreciate because that means that you're taking the time out to listen to me, and watch the other talented people that I work with put down some amazing art, amazing stuff, because what would we do without it? Sports and art is a great combination. Like I said before, I'm not like inherently a very artsy person. I was never good at drawing. I'm still not. Wasn't really good at like hand painting, none of that stuff growing up. I didn't care for it too much as a kid. I wanted to be good, but I didn't put in the work to try to be good. And the fact that I get to do this as part of my job, as part of my business, as part of my career, I love it because I've always been into sports, but to be able to put art in with sports is awesome. Any kind of sport, really. And we'll get to plenty of other sports in future episodes, but today we're focusing on golf. Who doesn't love golf? Everybody in my industry that I talk to loves playing golf. Everybody plays golf. Golf, I mean, it's such a big thing. There's country clubs dedicated to it, or at least a huge part of it. There's, people that go golf any second that they get a chance to. There's so much to love about golf. I wasn't in love with it for a while as a kid, and then once I started playing a little more here and there, and I started getting better, it was so much fun. But today I'm not showing you us playing golf. I'm showing you us painting logos on a golf course, on the driving range. 3 logos. So stick with me. We're going to get to that video in just a second. So come with me to watch it because it's by far one of the coolest things that I've ever seen, especially on a golf course. So I won't keep you waiting anymore. Let's just get to it. There's something I love about just walking up to the area where you're about to start painting, knowing that there's nothing there, but you're about to put something dope down. And that's exactly what this feeling is. This is the first logo that we're going to be putting down for the day out of 3. And this is one of my favorite, I guess out of 3, it's number 2, because we're putting down a clam at the top, and then we're putting the letters below. It says the Crosby Clambake, which is their event that they were having that week, and we're spicing it up for them. We're putting down this clam, and it's going to look pretty cool. I'm excited for you guys to see it once it's done. So I was dotting the white with the aerosol. We got the paint machine out for the black part of it, and now we're going to start putting it all together once we get the stencil cleaned up. But we are reusing the stencil. We are painting part of this for the next logo. So just hold on because we're focusing on the clam now. So now you see that Andy's getting the black down on the clam, and it's looking, I'd say it's still a little tough to tell what it is if you didn't know that it's a clam already, because there's not too much detail to it. But I love the fact that every single time something gets put down, a little more comes to life. And this clam's really starting to come to life now, especially that all the black is pretty much down And then once you start adding the other colors, there's really nothing that beats it. Like I said, this is something that I love doing. I absolutely love seeing art on grass. There's something about it that's me. That's the guys that I'm around, and we love doing it. I love doing it, and I love seeing this because Andy is a very, very well-known professional in the industry. This is his business, and I'm just very fortunate every time I get invited to one of his jobs because it's beautiful. Andy has helped me out just as much as anybody else in this industry, and I mean, a lot of it's about who you know, and it's not necessarily that the people you know are going to get you to the spots you want to be, but it helps a lot. And so Andy, huge help for me, and I love it. But let's get back to the painting. I'll stop the sentimental shit. All right, we're painting Crosby down, and it's looking nice. I love something about the simple fonts that we paint because it's not too often where I get to paint something thin or even see something get painted thin. I like switching it up a lot, but like as you know, on football fields, a lot of the time it's these big bulky letters or logos that are down, and so it's a nice little switch. This fits us at a golf course, at a very nice golf course to be exact. This was a beautiful one, and I have not been invited to be part of a country club, nor do I have country club money at the moment. But to be able to go there and do a job, like I said, I mean, going anywhere that I get to with like these big stadiums, these nice fields, these country clubs, all this stuff, all of it. I love the opportunity. It's not that I love this more than the one coming after or the one before it. I love every single opportunity. This is a very unique one, and that's one thing that I absolutely love about it. So just keep watching with me because you see this one coming to life. It's pretty much there, and it's looking beautiful. But what we have coming up pretty soon is going to blow your mind because it blew mine the first moment that I saw it before I even got to the place. So let's just keep watching. Let's keep watching. This came out very nice. The Crosby Clambake, getting the point across, showing you that clam right there. And now we're on our way to logo 2. So between logos, we are on a golf course. We were painting logos on different holes, 2 different holes, and then the driving range. And right now we're walking over to hole 2. And it's kind of far, especially when you're pushing the paint machine, but it's all right. Somebody's got to do it. The other people were in the golf cart. I got to go in the golf cart at one point, so it's all good. It's all good. Now, we have the same stencil for this logo, but we're just painting the Crosby. So no clam in this one. Nice and easy. This one's going to be nice and quick because the next one we get to, that's where a good chunk of the rest of this video is going to be at. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, like I said, no clam bake, just the Crosby. Nice and simple font. Little spicy on the R, I do say. I like it. And the rest of the letters just nice, simple, and elegant. It fits the brand of what a country club is. Nice, simple, elegant, and we got money. All right, this is a wealthy font, I'd say. This is a I got money font. All right, so the Crosby, yes, they do, and they have a nice logo. I mean, look at that. That's a good overview of what the whole looks like. And now we're on to our way to the final logo. This is the one that I've been waiting for because we are going on the driving range. And that's probably the worst part of it is that we had to do it on the driving range, and I had to push the machine all the way to it because we're going pretty deep into it, but it's okay. A little sketchy, but this is well worth it. See that? Let's paint this. Let's see how it's done. So this is just white and black. Nothing else in this logo, just white and black, and it's so detailed for being 2 colors. It's insane. And this is I've seen big end zone stencils, but outside of football end zones, this is the biggest stencil that I've ever seen, just for one logo, one character. And the Crosby, this is their logo. I don't know the history behind it. I don't know anything else about it, but I do know that they have this big stencil, and we're painting that logo for them because it's deep on the driving range. You got to be able to see it from afar, and overhead. So that's what we're doing, putting the stencil away, getting rid of the stencils for the day, keeping on till next year so we can start putting this thing down. You see all these dots? It was a little confusing at first for me. That's why we had Andy start, and you see him about to do it. So he really set the tone with this because he made it much easier for me to get in there a little later and start painting. Right now, always start with the outlines. We always start with the outlines no matter what type of logo we're doing. It's always the easiest. That way you can start to see it come to life. Like I said, every little drop of paint that goes down there, you see it start coming to life more and more. And this one a little literally because we're painting a person. It's not very often that I get to paint a person, but this one we do. And so when we give you a little background of how we prepare for stuff like this, and how I even found out about this. So this is Andy's job, and he asked me if I was able to go that day. I wasn't sure at first, but eventually I was able to commit. So it was a 3-man team that day, Andy, Dre, and I, and we got this thing done. So when I got told about about what we were doing, all I saw was this logo. I didn't even know about the others, and I loved the other ones too. But this logo, my God, it sold me immediately. Also going down to San Diego. It's always nice to go to San Diego. But, I mean, it was a beautiful day. I was able to make my way down there, and so I was very, very fortunate, thankful, and I also appreciate Andy for letting me record whenever we go do any jobs like this because I get to show you guys these awesome logos. And so, yes, I got the text. You want to go? Saw the logo. Had to figure it out. Figured it out. You see that I'm there. And pretty much schedule the time, date, place, when you're going to go. And then I go. And I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I knew it was a country club. I had to pass a gate with the security guard at the beginning, check in, got in there. I wouldn't be able to get in there otherwise. I still don't have that connection, but that's okay because got in there for a purpose and it got done. But yeah, when these paint jobs are, when we're getting ready for them, first of all, you need to make sure you have enough paint. That's probably number one. Make sure there's enough paint. Get the paint machines ready. Andy travels all over. I travel some too, so getting paint machines to an area is not always the easiest thing. I'm pretty sure he flew in from Arizona to go grab his paint machine, which he was probably storing somewhere else in Orange County, California, somewhere around the area, maybe San Diego. I'm not too sure. And so my guess is that they flew in, got a truck, and then drove down with the paint machine or wherever they had to pick it up from. Maybe they drove all the way from Arizona. I don't know what they did this time, but I knew I drove down from where I live. And it was a couple hours, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I love being able to travel for this type of thing because it's not something that most people get to do, and that's why I want to show you guys because it's not like a normal thing. It's just not. It's very unique. This is a very unique logo in this very unique niche. So I'm cool. I'm cool. That was a stupid thing to say. No, I'm excited. I'm excited for every opportunity like this, like I said, and I can keep showing my appreciation this whole time. You see that little ball marker right there? Sick. I hope I can find it because I'm going golfing tomorrow. I don't know where it is, but I'll see. Anyway, seeing this face, I was a little confused at the face. If he didn't start it, it would have taken me quite a bit of time. I would have been staring at my phone the entire time, just trying to get an idea of what it looked like because I didn't want to mess that up. That was a tough one. But that's why Andy, who has already done this logo before, is starting us off. And then I'll come in a little later on once it's a little more clear for me to see. All right, so that's what we're doing. But yeah, this is something that I want to show more people about, like not just painting, everything that I'm involved in, which is painting, field care. I'm a groundskeeper by nature, and I learned painting as part of the job. So that's what this is. And And the fact that I get to go do these types of cool pieces is awesome. So if anybody has more that they have for me to go do, feel free to let me know. If you need a logo, if you want to see something, I'll make custom logos for people. You just got to let me know what you want to see down, because my main goal is obviously have fun and be creative with it. That is a goal, and that is part of what keeps me doing it. Have fun, be creative, get to go do cool stuff like this and go to cool places. But my main goal with everything that I'm trying to do, starting with Surface Series, I go on these cool jobs. It's not all going to be paint. So far, that's what it's been, and that's what a majority of it is at the moment. But I go on these jobs, go put down an amazing logo, go to these beautiful fields, whether it's a minor league field, major league field, golf course, football field, whatever it is, whatever we're putting down. And I want to run you through the process and show you the cool parts about it. That's why I'm talking this whole time, because just watching it, yeah, you're going to see paint, but you're not going to find out all the little details that go into it. And yeah, I've talked a lot about my appreciation for this, but now I'm going to tell you a little bit about everything else. I told you how we prepare for it. Pretty much just set a time and go. Andy figured out all the other details, so I didn't have to deal with any of that. But yeah, make sure you got the paint, make sure you have the machines and all the material. Always bring strings. Strings are important when it comes to painting, especially when you have straight lines. Actually, pretty much only when you have straight lines. Be able to measure things out, have something to pin down the stencils, and hope it's not too windy, because wind and stencils is not always easy to deal with. But outside of that, outside of getting everything ready, prepared, then we just get going. At this point, we've figured out what we got to do, especially when you've been to a place. When you've been to a place and done a job like that already, or you're just familiar with what you're doing, it makes it a million times easier. And I wasn't sure what I was getting into going into this. I had a very good idea, but I'd never been here before. But I was confident, because anytime I go with Andy, it's going to be smooth sailing. It's easy. And well, I guess easy is not always not the right word, but it's fun. It's going to be something enjoyable. And I've gone in my own jobs not knowing what I was getting into, and being the person that's running it, it's not always it can be a little nerve-wracking sometimes. It could be just something you don't know what you're getting into every time. And anything could go wrong at any time. So especially with paint machines, you don't know. You could take the best care of them in the world, and that's going to create longevity for them for sure. You have to take care of them. There's so much that goes into taking care of the paint machines, but they could still go out. They could still have issues. The tips could get clogged, whatever it could be. The engine could be having issues, the primer, the pump, all that stuff. So it's like any labor job. You just don't know what you're getting into. The surface may not be in the best ideal shape for you, but right here, it's fine. Everything went fine. This was a smooth day, and really nothing else you could ask for. Except when we were painting this, they were still on the driving range. There were members using the driving range. Fine. Fine. They were not supposed to be using drivers, and they were not supposed to be hitting anywhere close to us, and they did both of those things. When we were cleaning up, this was bull. When we were cleaning up, I got a golf ball that landed probably 5 feet away from me. It was crazy. There were a few more that got a little too close, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Other than that, everything else was fine. The paint job was fine. The people were fine. Just being on the driving range while people are swinging, not ideal. But I mean, if they could just not hit it near us, not a big deal at all. But moving past that, nobody got hit by a ball, so it was fine. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I never really thought about painting on a driving range until now, and now every single time I see one, I'm like, what logo could go on that? What is this course's, or what does this place's logo look like? where could it go on here? So it's a fun little thing to do. That's like a little lens that I look in sometimes. What can I do to make this look a little cooler? Just like this. And yeah, it's grass. It's going to grow out eventually. But for the time that it's down, my God, you cannot beat it. That's why it's got to be redone at least once a year. Just because who wouldn't want this back down? I mean, this is a big job and it's a big commitment for a golf course. And yeah, it's like a very special haircut, I'd say. Except you're putting a design and you're not really cutting it. So I don't know. It's the driving range. It's the driving range, and it's something that adds a lot of character, especially for the special event that they had. So I hope it went well for them. But now we're getting into the little details, and I do got to say before you guys see it and start pointing it out that yes, I will get some white overspray on the black, and yes, when that happens, and if you're not too sure what overspray is, what I mean by that is that say right now I'm painting the white. Sometimes depending on the pressure, wind, or the angle that I'm painting at, some white mist could go over onto the black paint, and you'll see it. You'll see it. I will do this in a little bit once we get back to the left side, and all you do is go back with the black paint afterwards. Just cover it up. You just put a little more on it. It does, especially with black. It's fine. It's still gonna look good. It's not gonna look patchy. But yeah, I'm not perfect. I am not. So anybody that thinks that I'm the best painter ever, that's absolutely not true. I'm just around a lot of really good ones, and I love doing it. I know I'm good at it, but I mean, I'm not perfect. You think I'm getting on these edges perfectly? No, but that's the beautiful part, is that you do not have to be perfect when you know how to fix yourself, because I'm not leaking in, or I'm not getting too far into the black paint to where it's really going to alter the logo at all. It's still going to look just as good. It's going to look the same. So these outlines are pretty good. But yeah, when I outline, I'd rather cut into the color a little bit than leave a gap. And I mean, everybody is pretty far away from it here, so nobody would be able to tell regardless. But I mean, I obviously want to do the best job I can. I wish I had a better camera angle for you on this face, but we have some sick ass fucking some really cool angles coming up for you pretty soon, because it's it is a detailed logo, like I said, very detailed, and this face was pretty cool. All of it was pretty cool. 2 colors. To get as detailed as you are with 2 colors, there's a lot of little parts that go into it. I mean, you see all these little lines and little pieces of black throughout. It's just what really goes into it. I don't know who designed it and how they even came up with all the details for it, but I applaud them for it, because the Crosby, I love your logo. Crosby Golf Club, great logo. I do got to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this one, this logo, I'm saying, we'll go back to the Clam. The Clam, I'll give that an 8 out of 10. 7.5. 7.5. Still good. I do love it. I loved the Clam on there. But this logo, amazing. I'm going to give this logo, I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to give this logo a 9. Partially because of how big it is. There's something about painting a massive logo on some ground, having a lot of open space to be able to do that. Great. I love that. Another reason I'm going to give this one a 9 is because of how much detail with just 2 colors. Usually to put that much detail into something, I would think that you'd put more colors in it. That way there's more opportunity to contrast and just have like more depth to it. But they did this with 2 colors, white and black too. That's one thing I love about it. It's not like colorful. They stuck with it. Don't get me wrong. I love the colorful logos, but having a nice black and white, it's really hard to beat that. So Crosby logo, this big dude right here with the golf club, getting ready to mess somebody up with it. 9 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9. That's a big score. So I don't know if I'm going to get another 9 anytime soon, but we'll see. Now you get the drone shots. This is what I love. Being able to see these drone shots. My God, let's just admire this for a second. Yeah, no, I love this. You see my setup. It's just a camera on a tripod, and sometimes I'm recording with my phone. I don't have a huge production, but Andy has this drone, and I absolutely love it. Obviously, I need to invest in a drone for my paint jobs when Andy's not there, because this is some of the best quality. And if you guys have any recommendations on what drone to get, please let me know, because I'm looking at drones, because it really doesn't get better than this without having like a huge production crew. I love being able to see the overhead. This is what's painting. When you're standing on the logo, you can see it, but it's obviously a much different perspective than being overhead. That's why whenever I get done painting on a football field, I go to the highest point I can, just so I can look down on it and see what it looks like from there, because that's the best angle. When you're down, you see what you see right in front of your face, and you kind of get this type of view that I'm showing you right now, which is still nice. I like being able to see the whole thing as we are, but nothing beats the aerial view. The aerial view when you're painting a nice logo is amazing. And you know what? It's time to take the shoes off. And you know why? Because I stepped on paint. I was trying to keep my shoes on this whole time. I actually did not plan on painting these. I ruined these shoes. These were some nice shoes that were not meant to be paint shoes, and I should have just started without them in the first place, knowing I was going to take them off at some point. I always end up taking them off. Just did it after I got them covered in paint. And then after that, I stepped straight into paint barefoot. It was stupid. That was a stupid thing to do. So I had to wipe off my foot without getting paint everywhere, and then go touch it up and finally get back to it. I had to do a little bit of yoga to finish painting that part of the logo, but it's all right. That's why we stretch. Sometimes I don't always do the best at stretching ahead of time, but I got to say I need to. And right there I did, so it worked. Now we're just getting into the little details, and I'm showing you a little bit of the overspray that I talked about earlier, but I'm not showing you me going back to touch it up, but we did go back and touch it up a little later, and now we got the outline going on. This is the final touches of this, and then we're going to show you another cool view of it. But this is the finishing touch, the outline, just to pop it off, make it pop a little more. Beautiful. I think it's a gray outline, so yeah, I guess it's a third color, but I mean, gray is what? A mix of white and black, so I call it two colors, but whatever. Beautiful, beautiful logo. I'm excited in just a second for you guys to get to see the overhead view of it, because my God, it really does not get better than this. So yeah, I absolutely love doing this one. This was a fun one that you don't get to do too often, stuff like this. And I'm glad that Andy got to finish off this logo, because it was beautiful. Look at it from there, and now look at this. Look at that. My God. See that golf club? That's nice. All this detail. See, that's very, like, there's a lot of depth to this. A lot of depth to this guy. This guy was huge, at least 30 feet long. Probably more. I didn't measure, but probably bigger. So this dude right here, star of the show, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And remember, it's a driving range, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but my God. That was nice, guys. You really cannot beat doing something like that. Like I said, I love doing this stuff, and I love that I get to show you. It wouldn't be the same if I didn't get to show you guys me painting these cool logos, these dope things that you don't usually get to see, whether it's a football field, baseball field, golf course, rugby pitch, soccer, whatever it could be. We have many more coming. I would appreciate if you guys like this, subscribe this. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow this thing to be huge, and it's hard. It's hard. I gotta say a little quick tidbit on how I started this is that I just started posting on TikTok, and that's when it was on the ups, and it was going, and it's interesting stuff. It's cool stuff to look at, just these little short videos. And now I'm trying to show you more in depth and really educate you guys on the process, show you guys some amazing artwork, and show you guys what really goes in to your favorite sports. It's not just the athletes. Obviously, the biggest part of it is the athletes, but giving them a great surface, giving them a playing surface to go on, making it look amazing, but most importantly, keeping it safe. We have a wide variety of subjects for this show. It's going every week on Tuesday. So just keep tuning in, please, guys. I want to show as many people as I possibly can what goes into this. Highlight the people that are doing it, because it's not something that people get a lot of recognition in, and it's not like we're craving it, but I want to show it. These people deserve to have their work portrayed in a certain light that isn't usually shown. So yeah, you'll see them on TV, you'll see these beautiful fields and stuff, but the people are a huge part that you just don't know about too well, and that's what I'm trying to teach you. All right, so there's a lot that goes into it. We have many more things. I'm excited for what's to come and what's already here too. So everybody that's been with me since the start, anybody who's just getting to be with j.sprays is amazing. So first of all, thank you very much. And let's grow this bitch. All right, let's get this thing big. Let's keep growing. And my core audience, thank you very much. Remember, like and subscribe. It helps tremendously. And share this. I'm going to be clipping this and showing it everywhere else too. All right? So stick with me. I'll see you guys again next week. Thank you so much.